Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field at Marblehead High School as the number 10 ranked Magicians boys soccer team takes on number 23, the Raiders of Somerset Berkley High School in the round of 32 of the MIAA Division II state tournament. The contest today is brought to you by the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. This association is responsible for governing, coordinating, and promoting educational athletics and aims to provide student athletes with the best high school experience possible. The MIAA stresses the values of interscholastic athletics from discipline and commitment to sportsmanship and teamwork. Visit the MIAA website today at miaa.net and explore all they have to offer. It is tournament time here in Marblehead. Again, between the 10th ranked Magicians that finished this season 10-2-6 with their only two losses coming by a goal each. We'll talk more about the wins as they have won 3 of their last 5, 4 of their last 6, and 7 of their last 9 games. But they finished the season in a weird way as they had 2 0-0 ties against Melrose and North Andover. Prior to that, a 5-0 win over Everett and a 5-1 win over Winthrop. So they have not allowed a goal in over 2 weeks. They also haven't scored one in that amount of time. So we'll see what kind of Magicians team we get today. They have 40 goals scored and 13 goals allowed this season. And Somerset comes into the game as hot as the Magicians are. They've won 7 of their last 8. They were 12-6 this season. They have 46 goals scored and 25 goals allowed this year. For Somerset, in net will be Beckett O'Brien. They're coached by David Gleason. And in net for the Magicians with 9 shutouts in his senior season, Rory Zampese, including 3 straight shutouts coming into this one. And the head coach of the Magicians is Elmer Magana. 40 minutes on the clock. Somerset Berkley, the Raiders, will get the first touch here tonight. And a beautiful night for soccer. And we are underway in the MIAA Division II tournament. Somerset starting with a good possession. Pressure put on by Ilan Drucker, number 7, by the Magicians, to get the ball back to the home team for the first time. They turn it over, coming near side. Ilan Drucker has put together a heck of a season. He leads the team in points and assists. By my count, 5 goals, 13 assists for 18 points. A leading goal scorer for the Magicians is Miles Fontella-Tuttle with 13 goals scored. We go with 3 helpers, 16 total points. This is sent across the box. Nobody there on the other side for the Raiders. It'll go out of bounds, and Zampese has his first goal kick. Magicians decide to play it short. Adam Laughlin took a bit of a tumble as he kicked that away up to Megan. Dave Megan is the 3rd leading points man on the team. He has 7 goals and 3 assists. Big time scoring threat. The Raiders take it near side. Up the sideline. Good hustle by Colin White to get back and play the ball out of bounds. This is one of the 3 captains for the Raiders Nick Scanlon to throw it in. He throws it a long way right into the center of the box. It's headed by the Magicians, cleared out by Halpern. Kicked right into the center circle. Fontella Tuttle had it go off his toe. The Raiders able to send it back towards midfield. London McDonald's waiting for it. Over to Drucker on the sideline. He lost it. Here come the Raiders. The pass doesn't get by. Number 25, TJ Kelly. Drucker kicks it towards midfield. Fontella Tuttle's there. He pops up a pass Megan's way. Dave with a nice trap, puts it between the defender's legs. Crosses, and it's cut off. And it's going to stay in bounds. No, it is whistled out of bounds. The crowd likes the play by Megan. A good, strong crosser. Well done by the Raiders' defense to stop it, but it sets up a corner kick. A long ball headed just by the post, off the head of Laughlin. Quentin Fletcher, one of the Magicians' captains, took the corner. Mentioned that Zampies is a captain. Colin White is the third. For Somerset, along with Nick Scanlon, they have Christian Souza and Shai Berman as captains. Here comes London McDonald. He's looking for Drucker on his left. Drucker gets towards the goal line, tries to flip it middle. There's 4 white jerseys in front of him, and he couldn't split them. Odd play there as Thornton overran it. Ran into Halpern. And passed too far in front of the target up the sideline. Magicians will have a throw-in. At the feet of Halpern. Good control. Short pass to Drucker. Slides another one past the defender. Back to Elan. He and McDonald not on the same page. Somerset will force a throw-in. Drucker will take it. Halpern back to Kelly. Picks his spot. Fontella Tuttle. Halpern got a toe on it. Pushes it over to Drucker. Drucker running towards the end line again. This time his pass gets into the middle, but it's broken up. Zampisi all the way out to the 40. And he makes the play. Got to make sure you're going to make that play if you're going to come that far out. This is towards the target, and it's picked up on a hop by O'Brien. The one Somerset player running after that in front of Rory was Luke Thornton. And he was surrounded by Adam Laughlin and TJ Kelly. So it was a 1-on-3. Would have been tough for him to control it. But again, just Zampisi with a risky play. But it worked out for them this time. The Raiders will throw it in. They're able to control. Nice behind the back flip pass. It's followed up by a pass behind the number 11. It's one of the captains, Berman. Megan doing a little too much with it that time. It's kept in by Colin White. A nice centering ball headed by the Raiders up above Halpern. Drucker able to shoot it. It was blocked Another shot from Fletcher goes up and over the crossbar. Really nice job by the captain, White, along the sideline. A beautiful ball into the middle. Set up a couple pretty good attempts by the Magicians. They seem to have the advantage offensively so far. Goal kick to midfield. Halpern's going to control for the Magicians. Now it's with McDonald. He's challenged by the Raiders, number 16, Nick Scanlon. Thornton was trying to slip that pass through Berman, and it ends up being a nice steal deep in the corner by McDonald. Megan dribbles forward, pass a little bit behind Fletcher. He comes back for it to Halpern. He has some space. Up ahead, Drucker stops, shoots, and the save's made by O'Brien. Nice transition passing by the Magicians, getting Drucker into shooting range. He's been so hot as of late. Magicians know where their bread is buttered. They want to go to Drucker or to Fontella Tuttle in the middle. And Miles was there too. It's going to be a push, sends Fletcher down. Call against Gonzalez, number 24. TJ Kelly will take the free kick. It's fading. It's Luke Miller. Deep in the corner, his pass is blocked. It'll be discarded by the Raiders. We've played 10 minutes so far. We're scoreless. There's another chance on net from the Magicians, but an easy catch by O'Brien. It was off the foot of Halpern. Good punt by the Raiders goalie. They're able to control. This is Berman. A lot of time for him to work with. They'll send it back to the defense. Magicians might have got away with a push there. They'll clear it out. Raiders will make a substitution. Braden Derego comes in for Thornton. This is Drenault, one of two Denaults, on the roster. That is Mason. Zach Denault wears 5. Magicians make a good play on the ball. So throw in from about as deep as you can get. He's trying to curl it towards the net. And Rory leaps up and makes the grab. And his rollout hits the back of 15, Derego, who just checked into the game. Magicians able to go and get it without any trouble off the back of Derego there. Berman's pass up ahead. Runs into two Magicians defenders, but they control and they score. Mason Denault puts the Raiders on top, 1-0. Somehow kept his momentum pushing forward between those two Magicians defenders. Squeezed through there, and Zampiz was out of the net again, and he buried it into the corner. The number 23 seed leads over the 10-seeded Magicians here with 27 minutes plus to go in the first half. Plenty of time for the Magicians, but now the pressure's put on them. They've probably played the stronger offensive half, and the defense that has been so good. Again, they have not allowed a goal in over 2 weeks. Got to go back to October 18th when they allowed 1 goal to Winthrop. 3 straight shutouts coming into the tournament. They give up a first-half goal here on something a play they should have been able to make with a 2-on-1 defensively. 3 if you count Rory. Long throwing from the Magicians. Drucker, a heel pass, goes just over the crossbar. Good looking attempt from Miller. The Magicians almost get it back quickly, but they trail. The winner of this game will move on to play the winner of Wayland and Doherty Memorial. Wayland the 7 seed, Doherty Memorial is a 26 seed. Both the Magicians boys and girls soccer teams ranked 10th in the bracket, playing the number 23 seed. The girls will play Northampton tomorrow, right here on Piper Field. 4:30 start. We'll be here for that, live streaming it. You can find the links to our live streams on our Facebook page, or our MHTV Sports 1 is the name of the Instagram page. The link goes up in the bio and in the story. Also on X at MHTV Sports. Adam Laughlin defending the sideline, goes shoulder to shoulder with Luke Thornton. It'll be a Magician's throw. Headed by Megan. Then the Raiders player, Oliveira, comes around Fontella Tuttle to head it. Like to see Miles use his body to box out Oliveira on that. McDonald and the goal scorer, Denault, get tangled up. Drucker couldn't control the loose ball. It bounces to McDonald. With a defender on his back, he turns away from him. Over to Miller. Tried to play the ball to Halpern, but Halpern had a defender right there. Miller had more space than Halpern would have had. Strong play by White. Halpern chips it into the middle. It's headed backwards and out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for the Magicians. their second one. The first one was well executed. Fletcher will take it again. Last time it was headed by Adam Laughlin right by the far post. It's kicked out of there. Sky high, back towards midfield. Thornton battling against the Magicians' defense, and the captain of the defense, White, wins the battle. Slow rolling pass towards the sideline. The Raiders are able to get there. They get it to Denault. Denault trying to get by Kelly. Thornton gets pushed down. And I believe we're going to have a penalty kick here. See if he was inside or outside the box. He's just outside the box. The Raiders faithful down there thought they had a PK. I think the team did too. It's kind of a hold your breath moment for the Magicians fans and team. Exactly what they could not have. It's a quick restart. And they get a shot on goal that Rory picks up quickly, throws out even faster up ahead to Megan. Not sure that was the right decision to kick that so fast. Fletcher, 2 jerseys around him. Raiders able to get out of it. McDonald knocks down Thornton. It definitely would have been a difficult free kick from short distance with a bunch of bodies in front of you, backed up about 5 yards. So maybe he was trying to catch them spread out a bit and sneak it through. There's a deep free kick. Bounces to Rory on a hop. They'll throw it out the other direction this time to Drucker. Laughlin kicks it about 30 yards. It's headed by the Raiders, and Zampese once again very far out of the net to play it, and he kicks it out of bounds. Megan charging after it. Eric Badzik comes in for the Magicians, replaces Jared Halpern. Mason Denault, the goal scorer, number 7, and Angel Gonzalez go off for the visitors. And if Souza came back on, missed who the second sub was. Kelly will dribble across midfield. It's taken away by Scanlon. Kelly trying to hustle, catch back up with him. Scanlon gets a shot off. A hard ground ball into the arms of Zampese. The Raiders lead at 1-0. They take away another pass here. Touched ahead, Thornton trying to run it down. Zampese gets there first. Rory taking a ton of risks. He's that kind of goalie. You really don't want to go down 2-0. Megan has it knocked away and out of bounds. Can't get it back. And it's going to be Somerset Berkley ball. Thought it was touched last by Dave. Referee agrees. The Magicians are well tested out of conference coming into this tournament game. And it's probably the best they've ever fared out of conference. 3-0-2. 7-2-4 within the NEC. In years past, they've been a much more NEC-heavy team when it comes to wins. But an undefeated out-of-conference record this year is very impressive, and a big reason why they're ranked 10th in Division II. Those 6 ties leave something that could have been gained, though, on the table for sure. With 3 0-0 ties. Boubacar Jallo and Max Dressel come in. They'll give Fletcher and Megan a breather. Drucker will take this free kick. It slices into the middle, and it's off of the Raiders and out of bounds, so corner coming. It's probably the second best scenario for the Magicians. If you don't score there, get another chance at a corner. Oh, and that blasts out of bounds by the near post. Dressel charging and kicking that one out of bounds, but a really nice run by Dressel just off the bench, looking at a spark. The Magicians have had 3 corner kicks. They've all been executed well. They've all looked a little different. They've tried far post, right in the middle, now near post. It'll keep the Raiders' defense guessing. Strong play from the Magicians on the sideline. They have been good on the sidelines tonight. Long ball, Drucker trying to get there. It's off the back of the Raiders defender. It's number 4, Allard. Kicked across midfield by Scanlon. It comes back the other way. Magicians have it. Drucker looking for Fontella Tuttle. Too far out in front of him. Allard into the center circle. McDonald controls. Trapped, kicked ahead by Drucker over the head of Fontella Tuttle. It comes back to Elon. And we have offside, I believe. 1-0 Raiders. Magicians got to be ready. Raiders start quickly here. Denault couldn't flip it past the much bigger Laughlin. Jallo flips a pass forward. Fontella Tuttle lost his footing. Jallo back under it, heads it. It winds up out for a throw-in for the Magicians, and now they'll give it away. 13 minutes to play in the first half. Round of 32 in the MIAA D2 tournament. Number 10 versus number 23. The Raiders trying to pull an upset. Magicians looking for the tying goal. McDonald can't push it through to Jallo, and he's late getting up on it. This is Denault. He's the goal scorer tonight. He bounces one to Rory. Rory gets rid of it quickly. White on the move. Badzik lost it. Tough play. Wound up between his feet. McDonald gets tripped. So it works out for the Magicians. They'll have it right at midfield. Right at the 50, I should say. Make it the 49. It's going to be White. That's a good ball. Skims off the head of the defense towards the sideline and out. Drucker thought about throwing it in quickly. Lets the players settle in around him, and now actually gives the throw in up to Colin White. Megan back in there, replaces Fontella Tuttle. Throw in from White, headed out of the box, and that came off Laughlin's laces. It spins towards the sidelines, it stays in bounds. Laughlin can get back to it, chips it forward. Again, the defense is there for the Raiders. Miller has a shot at it. Raiders clear again, but that's not a good clear, not a very strong one. Magicians gear up from midfield again. Here's TJ Kelly. Eric Badzik wanted a handball against the Raiders. They're rushing back the other way. Laughlin stops it. The last line of defense between Luke Thornton and Zampese. Laughlin's had a strong game. Now a foul, though. See if the Raiders are more patient with this. This is a better spot. You have room over the top of the wall to get this on net. It's Davi Lima, a junior. He's ready to go. And he clears everything. With that, we cross the 9-minute mark. That's what remains before halftime. As it's brought across midfield by White. Over to Badzik. Eric gets it back. Megan shoots. It deflects off the players in front of him. As the Raiders are right to defend him tough. O'Brien punts it away. Throw in for the Magicians. But before that, Drucker, Fletcher, and Halpern will check back in. Badzik, Jallow, and Dressel go back to the bench. McDonald slipped, and with his foot out, tried to hold up Gonzalez from getting to the ball. He did enough. He gets back to it, and now he draws a whistle. McDonald is definitely the type of player that can get under the skin of the opponent. Gonzalez unfazed. But we'll see who the next one that McDonald goes at is. Long ball punched out of there. Another really nice setup by White. Every free kick's been pretty good, and every corner has been as well for the Magicians. They've just come up empty, but they're doing the right things. The goal coming from Mason Denault for the Raiders as he broke through a 1-on-2 situation, and then by Zampese, who was way out of the net for the goal. James Akhtaroff comes into the game for the Magicians, makes a run at that ball, but it's headed forward by the Raiders towards midfield. Thornton had it poked away from him for a minute. His trailing player, Lima, was there behind him to keep momentum going forward. Zampese out of the net again to make a play. Magicians now control on the far sideline. Drucker will play it back. Laughlin right through the logo, the bottom half of it, and he gives it away. Lead pass to Thornton, trying to run it down. Kelly, slide tackle. Thornton back on his feet, still with it. And then it's kicked out of there by Laughlin. Laughlin sort of saves the day again. Thornton, the hard-nosed player, took a couple hits and kept getting up. Oh, talk about hard-nosed. London McDonald. Can't believe there was no whistle there. Absolutely just crushed. Was that number 8? Oliveira. Oliveira never saw that hit coming. White will get his first break, probably until halftime, where there's under 5 minutes to play. Halpern can't get back to it. It's cleared. Rory puts it in the air. Everybody waiting for it. Skims off McDonald. Back to London. He stepped on the ball. He gets knocked around a little bit. Grisato with a shove to one of the players for the Raiders. Final 4 minutes of the half. Well played by Goldwater. Steps up in front of Thornton. McDonald to Halpern. Jared has space to his left for Drucker. Drucker shoots. O'Brien picks it up. Drucker put the moves on the defender. Found a shooting lane. Magicians are trying to get it to him. He's had a couple shots. O'Brien's been up for the task for each of them. And with 3 minutes left in the half, we're going to have a timeout called by Somerset Berkley. They lead at 1-0. They want to take that lead into halftime, so I'm sure they want to talk about how to get there over the next 3 minutes. See what the Magicians decide to do out of the timeout here, if they want to also just get to halftime trailing 1-0, or if they really want to try to push the tempo here and put the Raiders on their heels. I expected a bit of a low-scoring game, especially with the Magicians with 3 straight shutouts coming in. They have 4 in their last 6 games. But we'd like to see a little bit more offense from them. Goal before the half would be really big, of course, for momentum. Druker's had his chances, but maybe we can get Fontella Tuttle going here in the final minutes in the second half. They've done a nice job defending him, have the Raiders. A long throw in by the Raiders. Goes over the head of the target, and Magicians will get a throw in of their own here. And they waste it. Kelly heads that one. Denault tries to turn and shoot, and it's blocked right away. He sends it back out to about the 25, to the top of the box with Thornton. They had Lima slipping through. The ball might have got to Lima had Thornton not stopped it. There's a chance for the Magicians, under 2 minutes. McDonald has it knocked away from behind, and he knocks down Zach Denault, number 5. Mentioned there's 2 of them. Mason Denault, number 7, scored the goal tonight. And that's Zach, both juniors, twins, I assume. Flip towards the corner. Thornton looking towards the top of the box. Here's Denault. It gets blocked, so it just pops straight up. This one goes towards midfield. Kicked out by the Magicians, controlled by Dressel. He gets pulled from behind. Excuse me, that's Akhtarov. And he draws a whistle. Really good battle by Akhtarov. Able to keep his feet through a lot of contact. and keep possession. Magicians just had a free kick from about this spot a few minutes ago. It was punched out by O'Brien. This will be Goldwater to take this one. That one's short. The line drive. Starts transition, going back the other way. But that's the end of the half. After 40 minutes, the number 23 seed, the Somerset Berkley Raiders, on the road after a long drive to Marblehead, lead the Magicians, the number 10th ranked Magicians, 1-0 at halftime. And here's a message from the MIAA. A well-rounded education is one that is not only academically oriented, but one that also includes physical, social, and emotional development. Interscholastic athletics provide the other half of education. And the MIAA encourages you to support your local high school athletic teams throughout the school year. And we'd also like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so if you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page and also consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org. We'll be back with second half action. Stay tuned. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV and our coverage of the MIAA Division II tournament between the number 10 ranked Magicians and the 23rd ranked Raiders of Somerset Berkley, who lead the Magicians 1-0 after the first half. 40 minutes on the clock. The teams have switched ends. So the Magicians, even though they're facing to the right, will be shooting down the left end of the field. And they're going to restart it because one of the Raiders players on the defensive line was tying his cleats. He had all halftime to do that. They reset the clock. Miles Fontella-Tuttle now starts the second half. With a pass back to McDonald and now over to Jared Halpern. Over to Elan Drucker. Had a few scoring chances in the first half, all saved by Beckett O'Brien, the keeper for the Raiders. This is Megan from the corner. He wants a corner, and he's not going to get one. The goal scorer in the game is number 7, Mason Denault for the Raiders. He squeezed out of a 1-on-2, and then by Zampiz, who was out of the net. And Denault put it in the back corner. The Raiders play this goal kick very short and up the sideline, but it's stolen by Luke Miller. And it rolls past the end line. Miller and Drucker running into one another. See if this is a different strategy on this goal kick. That one didn't really work out for them. This one, a longer ball towards midfield. Miller again, first one there. This one rising up for it. There's Drucker. Drucker's surrounded. Flips it Fontella-Tuttle's way. Knocked down and cleared by Nate Chapman, number 2. Magicians send it back into the far corner. This time Megan will get his corner kick as it goes off of Denault and out. Fletcher will take the corner. Magicians have had 3 corners today. Oh, it's snared by O'Brien. Every one of the corners has had a chance. That one the best chance of them all. Couldn't see exactly who got the header on it. There was a whole group of bodies that it could have been. The Raiders coming back the other way. They almost beat Zampiz. He falls to his right to make the save, and that's to get up quickly to dive on it. The Raiders turn a scoring chance from the Magicians into a scoring chance of their own. Both teams come up short, but not without making each goalie make a fantastic save. That keeps the game 1-0. O'Brien gets under that pop-up. Takes a bit of time here. Players get a breath or two in. This is taken away by Thornton. Might have got away with a push, but the Raiders control. The ball goes beyond the far post, out of bounds, off of the Magicians. Laughlin couldn't stop it and turn it back upfield. He's last to touch it. And the Raiders have a corner. Not sure that's what Lima wanted to do with it. The ball never got off the turf. It's back with him. He'll get a second chance at it as that one bounces off of Miller and out of bounds. Actually might have been White. Tough to see if that's 10 or 18. It's actually 18 off of Colin White, the captain, and out. Here's the corner, a line drive, headed around. They're going to have a chance. They miss, and the Magicians clear it. Number 2, Nate Chapman had a chance to kick that out of the air with a lot of open net, and he completely whiffed. Here comes Halpern just outside the circle. He gets dropped back to his feet. Expected a whistle there. Drucker. Fast feet. And Denault comes underneath him to take it away, and he gets shoved down. Luke Miller's going to get a talking to. Denault's teammates surround him. You could hear the goalie O'Brien say to the referee that he kicked him right in the face. It's a yellow card on Miller. Denault still down. Denault gets to his feet as a trainer comes out to look at him. He'll walk himself to the sideline. Chapman will kick it away. Not a very strong kick. A lot of backspin. Easy play for McDonald. Zampies urges Kelly to be patient with it. Play it to the far sideline. And then to Halpern. A little too fast off the toe of Fletcher. Big collision between Halpern and Berman, and they're going to play through it. The Magicians trail by a goal. We've played about 8 minutes here in the second half. Flipped ahead, off Fontella Tuttle. McDonald gives it up to Goldwater. McDonald looking for Drucker and leads him too far. They were congested in that corner, not a lot of room to work with. Magicians earned the 10 seed in Division II by going 10-2-6 this season. They have not outright lost the game since September 16th. And that made their record 4-2. A lot of pressure on them here now as the higher seed on their home turf, expected to win this game and getting everything that they asked for and more from the Somerset Berkley Raiders here tonight. Number 23 seed. The goal tonight, the first goal the Magicians have allowed in over 2 weeks, since October 18th. 3 straight shutouts coming in. They've also gone about 2 weeks since they've scored a goal. The last 2 games being 0-0 ties in the regular season. They last allowed a goal on October 18th. They last scored one on October 19th in their 5-0 win over Everett. Fontella Tuttle trying to break through. Megan as well. Magicians have a half hour left to find the magic that they've had all season long. If they want their season to continue, they got to find a goal. They scored 10 total in those 2 games against Winthrop and Everett, outscoring them 10-1. It's like they've run out of goals. They're not without opportunities tonight. They just haven't been able to get one by O'Brien. Maybe here as Fontella Tuttle breaks free. The defense back on their feet. They take down Fontella Tuttle. They say it's clean, but play continues, and it's blasted past the goal by Quentin Fletcher. A lot of physical play in that possession. Fontella Tuttle laying his shoulder into the back of the defender to start it. It's what knocked the first defender down, who ended up getting back up and knocking Fontella Tuttle down in return. The referees have really let them play tonight. 1 yellow card recently. But there's been a lot of physical play that they've let go. So if I was the Magicians trailing, I would definitely challenge the officials to make calls. Throw your body around, throw some weight around until they say to knock it off. Going to need to be the tougher team here to get back into this. And the Magicians definitely don't lack physicality. Here's Drucker. Gets by a defender, runs into another, but it pops loose for Fletcher. And we're going to have a PK for the Magicians. I believe so. Or at least a free kick from just outside the box, like the Raiders had one in the first half. That's what it is. Angel Gonzalez committed the foul against Drucker. He was that secondary defender after Drucker had got by Allard. It will be Elan to take this free kick. Drucker for the tie. Spins it! Top corner! You already know! The hottest player wearing a Magician's uniform over the past 2 weeks ties the game at 1. A laser from Milan into the top corner. A little kiss off the crossbar and in. Tied at 1 with 26.5 minutes left. And momentum shifting the Magicians' way. What a shot from Drucker. He's back with it. Dancing towards the end line and pushed off the ball. Allard takes it away from him. It bounces free to Goldwater. Allard slides, got a piece. Stopped any chance Goldwater had. Halpern sends it into the box. It's cleared out. That goes off Halpern. It's an absolutely beautiful shot by Drucker. You know, O'Brien never had a chance. Not sure he ever even moved. Drucker bent it right into the top corner. The Raiders on the move had numbers there. Pass just a bit too out and far in front of that final player. Zampi is out to make the save. Raiders almost got it back. If you are the Magicians, you can't get too amped up and get caught off guard. It seemed like they did there. Halpern probably had room to shoot. Gets it over to Megan. Knocked down right as he shoots. Back up, sticks with it, and he earns another corner kick. Megan's such a feisty player. He pops back up so fast. Forcing the issue into the corner. He's now earned the Magicians a couple corners. Fletcher spins it center box, and it's headed out of bounds. Another good one from Fletcher. Luke Miller will come on, and Goldwater will check out. Clock moving. Raiders wasting a lot of time before the goal kick. It'll get to Kelly. And a late whistle behind the play. I had my eyes on the ball. Didn't see what happened. But it's a whistle against the Magicians. It's going to be a free kick from the 40. Clean catch for Zampies. Nobody really moved for the Raiders. Zampi's off the back of his teammate. Kelly gets it across midfield, though, quickly. Drucker for Megan. Look at the fast feet, and he puts it off the goalposts. Megan just hasn't been able to find the angle from the far side of the field. But you just have a feeling that he might. He only needs a step. And he's definitely tough to stay with. Speaking of tough to stay with, Drucker, a legit magician with his feet. McDonald being pressured, gets it to White. White tackled down. Berman, the one who took him down. White will set up the kick himself. McDonald just shoved Christian Souza with two hands right in the chest. Completely threw him out of the bunch of players. An easy call for the officials. A wasted kick there. White racing with Denault. Has help with TJ Kelly there. 20 minutes to play. Tied at 1. In the MIAA D2 round of 32. This bounces loose. Kicked across the box. It'll be kept in bounds. Kicked upfield by White. Megan, not the right decision. Into the box. Lucky for him, it was overrun by the Raiders. Now the Magician's able to clear it beyond midfield. Fontella Tunnel charging after the defense. Again, Luke Miller runs hard at the ball, gets in front, and knocks it out. He's done that a couple times today. Great hustle. A block off of McDonald. Up to Fontella Tuttle. He won't be able to get there. It'll go out of bounds. Fletcher's only options, Goldwater, with a defender on him. Raiders trying to work the sideline. It's cut off. Grisado makes the play. Gets rid of it just in time. The pass connects to Fontella Tuttle. He kicks it across, way behind Drucker. And Ilan can't get back to it. Fontella Tuttle rushed that. And he's sort of been out of sorts tonight. He's a leading goal scorer on the team. Drucker, the leader in points. The throw-in sent back the way it came. And kicked out. Well played by Laughlin. Able to get Denault to touch that last and force a goal kick instead of a corner. The player that threw it, Scanlon, came back in, put a nice ball at the feet of Denault, and he was never able to get a shot away. Here's Kelly. One-time touch pass. Drucker to Miller. Miller thought he was going to lead him up the sidelines. He goes back to Kelly instead. Kelly looking for a long pass. Intended for McDonald. It'll roll into the hands of O'Brien. Halpern plays it in the air to Fontella Tuttle, and McDonald flips it forward looking for Drucker. Drucker going to get there first, and it's going to be a corner kick. Drucker knew what he was doing there. Knew he had Souza trailing. Just turned and kicked it off him just before the end line. Elan will take the corner. He got past Halpern. He's going to have a chance to shoot, and it's wide. He was looking for the header initially. Subs coming in for the Raiders. I assume Magana will look to get Megan back in the game at some point. But we are down to 15 minutes remaining. One of these teams is moving on to the round of 16. One season is over. Tied at 1. Magicians with the momentum. Here's Halpern. It's knocked back to Drucker. It's on net and caught by O'Brien. Drucker got that one away quick. His free kick goal tied it at 1. A little over 10 minutes ago. Drucker gets pushed down by Souza. The Magicians fans want a foul. McDonald in a hand fight. Now he's chasing down Lima. This is off the crossbar of the football goalposts. And actually off the crossbar of the soccer goal on its way back into play. But that was kicked by Braden Dorego, number 15, on the far side. Back to Zampies. To Kelly. Has space to dribble up in. He uses it. Then sends it long beyond the defense. Only person to be able to play it is O'Brien. After 3 headers, it lands with McDonald to Fontella Tuttle. He's leading Grizzato into the corner. You know, Mark's up for a battle, shoulder to shoulder with Drenault. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Magicians. Kelly to McDonald. McDonald turns. Right decision. The defender had bailed on him. He flips it on net, and it's caught easily by O'Brien. Kelly cuts that off. Well played out of the air. Nice work by Fontella Tuttle to settle it down. Find Halpern. I think Jared was looking to get it back to him. We'll go to Drucker on his left. Drucker by the defender. Gets dragged down. Then it looked like he touched it with his hand, but they're going to play through all of that. 1-on-5. No numbers for the Raiders. Thornton trying to take on the entire Magicians defense. The whistle goes against the Magicians. Lima punched out by Zampiz. He knocks down Berman in the process. Berman was looking for the header. That was a really nice ball by Lima. He's back with it. Over to McDonald. Taps it to his right. Grisato runs into Souza along the sideline. It'll be Marblehead ball. Fletcher has it poked away. Lima and Scanlon not on the same page and too close to one another to really make that pass work. It's back with the Magicians. Halpern to Fletcher. He's getting knocked around. McDonald fighting with Berman. Again, they play through contact. Here's Grisato. Splits a pass up ahead. Fontella Tuttle jumps over O'Brien, who slides out and dives on the ball. The pass went through the defender's legs. Fontella Tuttle couldn't get there. Number 2, Chapman was there for the Raiders. And he just slowed Fontella Tuttle up enough to let O'Brien get there. Good awareness by the keeper for the Raiders, too, to get out there quickly and secure it. Eric Badzik comes on and replaces Quentin Fletcher. 9 minutes to play. Badzik, a big kid, fills up the middle of the field. He's got a touch there. That call is going to go against Gonzalez. Gonzalez committed the foul that ended up in the free kick that Drucker scored on. Lima trying to lead his man upfield. It gets there. Then Goldwater able to make a play to clear it out about to the 30. It's back with the Raiders. They send a crosser. That's a good one. It's going to connect. Zampiz comes out, sacrifices his body, knocks it out of bounds. It's a corner kick, says the official. Zampiz just whipping his body at the bouncing ball, and the player trying to get back to it. Here's the corner from Lima. headed by Drucker, making plays on both ends of the field. Looks like Fontella Tuttle kind of flailed that right arm, and looks like he kind of punched Denault in the side of the head, unintentionally. We fouled him too with his body. Lima will take this kick as well. Nick Scanlon, 16, was the player who took the crosser that Zampiz ended up shutting down. Rory backing up, watches this one go out. Lima off target with the kick. 6.5 minutes to play. Jallo comes in. It'll give Halpern a break. The Magicians 10-2-6 this season. Both their losses by just 1 goal. And a tie game here. 1 goal will probably decide this one. What side of it will the Magicians be on? Under 6 to play. Lima to Denault. Thornton takes a shot. Saved by Zampiz. The Magicians back the other way. Across midfield with Jallo. Grisato switches feet. Gets a crosser away. O'Brien, he makes a save. Oh, that's happened a couple times tonight. Last time, the Raiders turned a scoring opportunity for the Magicians into one of their own. The Magicians do it this time as Zampiz takes away a goal, and O'Brien saves one on the other end. Under 5 to play. The clock on the scoreboard is stopped. The referees keep the final 5 minutes on their watch. It bounces back to Jallo. Grisato into the center of the box. It bounces free. Drucker wrapped up by O'Brien. I'm not sure why number 4, Peyton Allard, let that one bounce by him. Drucker in great position to score, and O'Brien with another save. Drucker already the Magicians' hero tonight, tying it. Almost won it in the final 5 right there. Back with Elan. Drops a pass to Badzik that Eric wasn't really ready for. And Dave Megan finally back into the game. He'll take out Grisato, who put together a really good chunk of minutes off the bench. Almost just found himself with an assist on a potential game winner with that last crosser. Drucker battling against 2 Raiders players. Wants a call from the official. Play continues to the far side of the field with Goldwater. Megan slow to get there. Something we rarely say. Say there's about 2 minutes gone by in the final 5, probably about 3 left to play in regulation. Into the box this time. Allard gets a head on it. It drops to Fontella Tuttle. He shoots off the fingertips of O'Brien and over the crossbar. The leading goal scorer for the Magicians let it rip and almost found the game winner himself. O'Brien just got his fingers on that. And lucky for him, it got up and over the crossbar. Here's Jallo. Final minutes. Plays it short. Goldwater's shot is blocked. It'll be a throw-in. Jallo trying to sneak in a corner. But it's going to be a throw. Goldwater will take it. Quickly into Jallo. Back to Goldwater, looking for space. Just pokes it off his inside foot, the outside of it. So not a lot of strength behind that. There is some behind that kick. That will back Zampiz up. He'll catch it. At least 3 minutes gone by here in the final 5. Both Druker and Miles Fontella-Tuttle with chances to close it out and send the Magicians into the round of 16. O'Brien has made fantastic saves on both. Another push from the Magicians late. Fontella-Tuttle again turns, shoots off O'Brien's fingertips with a rebound, and Allard clears it out. It bounces off Druker, and it's going to be a deep throw-in for the Raiders. O'Brien, my goodness, up for every challenge here late. Magicians knocking, pounding on the door. Just can't break it down. Not yet, at least. Long throw in towards midfield. It rode down the back of McDonald. It's kicked out. Last touch by the Raiders. At least 4 minutes are gone by here in the final 5. Down to the final seconds. The pass is taken away. McDonald dives on it. It probably should have been a handball. Play continues with Badzik, and now Druker with a lot of room. It deflects on its way through to the middle. Pass Fontella-Tuttle and kicked back towards midfield. Off the side of Kelly. Run down by Druker. Ilan dancing with it. Kicks it across the field. Pass taken away. Knocked away by Denault, but back to Megan. He finds it, looking for space. Again, cleared out by the Raiders. Kelly puts it on net, just not enough. It's caught by O'Brien. One final catch in regulation. And we're going to overtime in the round of 32. Tied at 1. Between the Magicians and the Raiders. I'd like to remind you, MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So if you're enjoying this production and this game, and how could you not be, here on MHTV Sports, please click subscribe on our YouTube page. And also consider making a donation by going to our website, marbleheadtv.org. Looks like we're going to take a 5-minute break before overtime. So we will take the break too, and we'll be right back with OT. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV for overtime in the MIAA Division 2 round of 32 between the 10th ranked Marblehead Magicians and the 23rd ranked Somerset Berkley Raiders. Alon Drucker tied the game at 1 for the Magicians with about 26 minutes left to go in the second half, and a flurry of chances for the Magicians to win it at the end, shut down by keeper Beckett O'Brien, has sent us into OT. It's a 10-minute overtime period, and I believe they play it out, even if a team is to score. I do not think it is sudden death, but we will find out. The Magicians looked like they won a coin toss and decided to defend the left side of the field, which they did in the first half. Their defense and Zampies are in front of their bench. Here's a chance for the Raiders right off the bat. And Zampies knocks it down and picks it up, throws it out quickly. And it was Mason Denault again. He's the goal scorer for the Raiders. He cashed in the first half, and he was close there in OT. Here's Fontella Tuttle. Had some chances late himself. Into the middle, it's Fletcher. He pops it up, and out to catch it is O'Brien. A diving grab. Both goalies are putting on a show. O'Brien's punt is a long one. It slips through the legs of Fontella Tuttle. Back to the defense, but Megan's there, pestering. If you're the defense, that's not the guy you want to find around you. Probably the fastest guy on the field. They force it out of bounds off of the Raiders. Goldwater will throw it in. Looking Megan's way. Over his head. But to Fontella Tuttle. Pushes a pass to Halpern that he puts through the field goal posts. Another long kick. Secured by the Magicians, right around midfield. Fletcher has it taken away by Berman. The captains battling each other. It finds its way down to Zampese. Rory will kick it out. Goldwater looks up, picks his spot, which is a charging Drucker. Over to Halpern, bouncing in front of Fontella Tuttle. A late break by O'Brien, but he timed it right. 7 minutes to play. Laughlin has to backtrack, heads it a couple times. Off the body of Denault. Berman turns with it, runs into Kelly, goes down. Kelly can't clear. Lima kicks it towards the sideline. Scanlon, number 16, flipped it back towards the box, and Zampese out to make the play, sends it across the field. Nice job by McDonald using his body, warding off the defender, waiting for the ball to get to him. Momentum taking him in the direction he wanted to go, across the field. It's with Halpern with 6 minutes. Drucker. White, short pass. Halpern looking towards the middle. It's kicked away. Standing in there to make the play, Nathan Oliveira. Druker puts the moves on, spins, drops another defender, off the post! Oh my goodness! Would have been a highlight for ESPN. What a move, and he almost finished it just off the post. It had the footwork, the spin move, the ankle breaking move, everything but the finish at the end. Back with Druker. Drops for Halpern. Halpern squeezes through two players to Druker. Back to Halpern. His defender slips. Pass goes middle towards Fletcher, and it's kicked up and out of there. Back towards midfield. A feint and a bit of a late whistle against Kelly. He made the play against Thornton, but Thornton drew a whistle against him, not sure for what. Lima, line drive. Zampese catches it after being run into by Denault. Got his hands on it, got hit. Uh-oh, bad turnover by Goldwater. It's Berman. Laughlin is there to defend. Laughlin put his hands on Berman, no call. Back with Megan, and he gets dragged down from behind. And now a whistle does come as no player heard the first one. And Megan got up and threw his body underneath Gonzalez. But the foul that got called was Megan being dragged down from behind by Allard. There could have been a few on that play. It looked like Laughlin got away with a shove. He definitely put his hands in front of him and knocked down Berman. And then Allard grabbing Megan. And there was play after the whistle. Tension's running high here. 2.5 minutes left. One team's season is ending tonight. One team's is continuing. Halpern, wide. What a battle between the 23 seed and the 10 seed here on Piper Field tonight. Two minutes left in OT. Tied at 1. A goal in the first half for the Raiders. A goal in the second half for the Magicians to tie it. Miller, a strong play. Able to keep Thornton off the ball. McDonald, touch pass to Halpern. Halpern turns away from the sideline to Fontella Tuttle. He has it poked away. Fontella Tuttle wants it back, charging behind Lima. Lima spins just in time. A throw-in coming for the Magicians. Goldwater into McDonald. Kelly has space. Long pass. Cut off. Back to Kelly. Tries a short pass this time. That's too far out in front of McDonald. Laughlin will run it down. 35 seconds remaining in overtime. Kelly with pressure being put on from behind. A clean takeaway by Denault. Looking for some last-second heroics. Denault made a heck of a play. Passed over to Thornton. And the Magician's not going to have any of that late. Kick it into the woods. Under 15 seconds left. McDonald clears it out. Halpern to Drucker. 5 seconds left. Up ahead, Fontella Tuttle trying to run it down. There would be no chance to get a shot away. And the Raiders put one up into the trees as overtime comes to an end. We still have a tie game at 1. We're going to need at least 4 quarters to finish this one tonight. Instead of 2 halves, 2 extra OT periods. And we'll see if that will decide a winner. We'll see if we're going to go to penalty kicks instead of overtime. Another 5-minute break. We'll take it as well. And we should have a heck of an ending either way coming up for you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV for double overtime between the Magicians and the Somerset Berkley Raiders. Teams will switch ends for second OT, sort of like they do for the second half. Magicians will be shooting towards the parking lot. Raiders down the other end, the Woods end. What a way to kick off basically a full week of tournament action for the Magicians. There's a volleyball team in action tonight at Dartmouth High School. We have the girls soccer team taking on Northampton here tomorrow night, and the football team hosting Norwood on Friday night. Double overtime here at Piper Field for the round of 32. Drucker is the Magicians' goal scorer tonight, being held and shoved down by Lima right in front of the official. Lima's lucky that was not a card. Here's a chance for Miller to set up a potential game winner. It lands at the feet of Goldwater. It's flipped on net, off the crossbar, bounces back in play, and it's snared by O'Brien. Wow, O'Brien looked at that like he thought it was going to be over the net. It was off Laughlin's foot, popped right back in front of the net, off the bar, and Fontella Tuttle was right there. What a wild play, and O'Brien, another fantastic save. And a foul goes against the Raiders here. There's a good spot as well for another free kick. It's Halpern's turn. Jared on target. O'Brien dropped it, bounced it, and then picked it up. Looked like Halpern was going for the top corner. I think it was a bit wide. Goldwater jumps on the back of number 15, Durego, and the fans that made the 2-hour ride from Somerset Berkley wanted a call there, and they're letting the official hear it. They have made the most of their ride, forcing double overtime here tonight, and not going easily as the lower seed at all. Put the pressure on the Magicians in the first half by going up 1. Both goalies have been challenged by the other team's offense many, many times. This has been a heck of a game. You know, after all this, Somerset Berkley would love to go back with the upset win. Magicians trying to defend home turf. It's a big tackle from behind by Denault. Miller had something to say about it, but good composure by Miller at the same time. It'll be a free kick. Under 7 minutes left in double OT. Strong kick by Miller. O'Brien knocks it down. The net is open, and Halpert finds the back of the net. 2-1 Magicians. And everybody on the Raiders sprawled out on the turf in disbelief. Jared Halpern, the hero in double OT. And the Magicians are moving on to the round of 16. It's the one time tonight O'Brien has come out of the net a little bit too far and was unable to make the save. He and his defenders knocked it down. It fell right at the foot of Halpern. He had the entire goal wide open, and Jared buried it and buries the Somerset Berkley Raiders at the same time. What a game. The Magicians tie it in the second half and win it in double overtime. Number 12, flip the numbers. The Magicians win it 2-1. And the season lives on. We will be back right here tomorrow at 4:30 as the 10th seeded Magicians girls soccer team takes on the number 23 seed Northampton. Same matchup, and hopefully we can get the same result. Once again, the final score, the Magicians boys are moving on to the round of 16. It's 2-1, the final, in double overtime. A thriller from Piper Field. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching. Good night.